fifth grade, good morning. Welcome back to math class. Today we are going to be learning about converting metric units using decimals. Now, before we start, if we were in class, I would have given you a colorful copy of the measurement conversion sheet that I have here. There's a front and there is a back. But because we are not in school, you can go onto our Class Weebly. You can click on math conversion sheet and it will pop up for you. If not, I also have on our class list for today a different chart, a little bit different. You may like it better, whichever works. Or you can learn the conversion right now with me and you can make your own little chart. Okay, here we go. I want you to hear this funny saying. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. You may have heard that last year. If not, you're hearing it today. So again, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. It's 7 words. I need you to remember those 7 words. If you can remember these 7 words, you're all set for today. So now let's talk about King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk and what it actually stands for. I will break it down word by word for you. Here we go. We have King. King stands for kilometer, and the abbreviation for kilometer is km. Henry stands for hectometer, and the abbreviation for hectometer is hm. Die stands for decameter, and the abbreviation for decameter is dam. Now we're going to have the word by. Now by is the base. That's the base of where mostly everything starts from. And by stands for meter. And meter, the abbreviation is just M. That's all it is. We're going to move on to drinking. That stands for decimeter. And the abbreviation for decimeter is DM. Then we have chocolate. Chocolate stands for centimeter. And the abbreviation for centimeter is CM. And finally, we have milk. And milk stands for millimeter. The abbreviation for millimeter is mm. Now there you have it, boys and girls. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And if you can remember that, on the top of your papers, you can write King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and underneath each, you can abbreviate it. KM, HM, DAM, M, DM, CM, and MM. Now, before we talk about how to convert one form such as millimeters to meters or meters to centimeters, I want to just quickly go over with you what this actually means. Now, if you guys were at any time to go from kilometer to hectometer or hectometer to millimeter, anytime you go to the right, you are going to be multiplying, okay? Multiplying by 10 each time. So if you were going to go from kilometer to hectometer, you would multiply once by 10. If you were to go from hectometer to decameter, again, you would multiply this by 10. Same thing, if you go from decameter to meter, you are just multiplying it by 10. From meter to decimeter, you're multiplying by 10. Decimeter to centimeter, you're multiplying by 10. And finally, centimeter to millimeter, you're multiplying it by 10 each time. So again, if you go from kilometer to decameter, you're multiplying it by 10 and then by 10 again. Now let's look at the other way. The opposite of multiplication is division. So here we go. If you were to go from millimeter to centimeter, what do you think you're going to divide by? Yes, 10. If you were going from centimeter to decimeter, you're going to divide it by 10. If you're going to go from decimeter to meter, again, you're dividing this by 10. If you're going from meter to decameter, you're dividing it by 10. Decameter to hectometer, you're dividing by 10. And finally, hectometer to kilometer, you are dividing by 10. So, if you were to go from millimeter to decimeter, you would divide by 10 and then 10 again. But if you could remember this silly phrase, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, All you need to do is just worry about moving your decimal to the right or to the left, okay? And remember, if you were to go to the right this way, you multiply. If you were to go to the left, you would divide. All you do, okay? So let's look at some problems and let's try to do them. So, I have 29 centimeters, and I want to convert this to millimeters. Now, if you remember from earlier this week, centimeters is pretty small. It's on the opposite side of your ruler. Centimeters, very, very small, unlike inches. So, I know millimeters, if I already know centimeters is really tiny, millimeters is even smaller. But let's convert. Let's using our King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk conversion chart to help us out. So I have 29 centimeters and I want to convert it to millimeters. So on my chart up here, I am going to look for my centimeters. And centimeters is chocolate right there. And I want to look and say, I want to get to millimeters. Now look, it's right here, millimeters. So all it's telling me to do is multiply it by 10 once. So here we go. I am going to look at 29, and I'm going to look at my invisible decimal because I don't see one there, and it's right there. And it's telling me to go to the right once. So all I would do is, I'm going to rewrite it up here so you can see it easier. 29, here's my invisible decimal, and I'm going once to the right. I am going to put a 0 here. And my new answer is 290. So 29 centimeters equals 290 millimeters. Okay, let's try another one. I have 600 centimeters and I want to convert it to meters. So again, using my chart up here, I have centimeters as chocolate and I want to get to meters. But this time, meters is to the left. So ready? Let's see how many times I have to go to the left. Ready? 1, 2. 2 hops to the left. So I am going to come over here to 600. I'm going to rewrite it so you can see it a little bit easier. I don't have a decimal, but we already know it's always at the end right here. So this time I have to go to the left twice. So I'm going to go once, twice. Here's my decimal. Remember, I'm going to rewrite it, and it's right here, 6. Now, like you've learned in class, you can leave it just like that, 6, or you can certainly put your decimal and you can put a 0. Either way works. So we now learned that 600 centimeters equals 6 meters. Okay, let's try another one. This time we have 2 and 4 kilometers. And I would like to turn it into meters. So kilometers is all the way over here. And I know I need to go to the right. And if I go to the right, I am multiplying, okay? So let's see how many hops I have to take to get to meters. We have 1, 2, 3 hops to the right. So this time I have my decimal. So it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to just rewrite this up here so you can see it a little bit easier. And I'm going to take my decimal and move it 3 places to the right. And we're going to have 1 hop, 2 hop, 3 hop. Now remember, I need to put zeros in this place here. 0, 0. So my new answer is going to be 2, 4, 0, 0. 2,400 meters. 2 and 4 kilometers equals 2,400 meters. Okay, let's look at another one. 83 meters. And I would like to turn this into decameters. So, here we go. Sorry, not decameters, decimeters. Now, I'm happy I just said that because those two can get easily confused with decimeters and decameter. But we know DM stands for decimeters. So, here we go. Meters to decimeters. So, I'm going to put my finger on the meters and I'm going to look and see. Is decimeters to the right or to the left? It's to the right. And now you already learned if you go to the right, you must multiply 10 times. Here we go. 1. So all I need to do is move my decimal 1 place to the right. So I already have 83. My decimal is right there. All I need to do is move my decimal place once, or I can just add a 0. So my new answer is 830 decimeters. Okay, I want to try a few more with you before you go and do your own. Okay, so again, as long as you can remember this silly phrase, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and you can remember that King is kilometer, km, Henry, hectometer, hm, died, decameter, dam, by is our base, which is our meter, and it stands for m. You have drinking, decimeter, dm, chocolate, centimeter, cm, and finally, milk, millimeter, mm. Okay, let's try a few more. Here we go. Just going to write a few before we do this. So I'm going to do 1. We're going to do 355. Let's do millimeters. And I want to turn this into centimeters. Let's try this one. So remember, I want to convert millimeters to centimeters. I'm going to put my finger on the millimeters right here. And I know I have to go to the left. And it's going to take me one place to the left. So here's my invisible decimal. I am going to go one place to the left. My new decimal is here. If I want to rewrite it, my answer is going to be 35 and 5 centimeters. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try 52. Let's do 7/10 centimeters. And I want to change this one to millimeters. You do the same exact thing that we have been doing. Okay, I'm going to put my finger on the centimeters, which is chocolate, centi, and I know this is tiny because I already learned how to measure with centimeters. And I need to go to millimeters. Well, it's going to be to the right one time. So I am going to go to my decimal. I am going to move it one place to the right. And you already learned that when you move it to the right, you are multiplying 10. Now this is an easy way. If you were to actually multiply this out by 10, your new answer would actually be this. But why do it out when you know some tricks? Easy peasy. Okay, let's try just one more and then you'll be on your own to try some on your own. Okay? Here we go. Let's go with 8 millimeters. Let's do a hard one. And let's go all the way to hectometers. You know what? Yeah, let's do hectometers. That's quite far. Okay. It's really not hard. I just wanted to give you a longer problem to do. But here we go. 8 millimeters. It's all the way over here. And I need to get all the way over here. Hectometers. Now, you already learned if you go to the left, you are dividing, or you're just moving your decimal to the left. Here we go. Let's see how many hops we need to get to hectometers, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. I need to move my decimal 5 places to the left. And right here, I'm just going to rewrite it so you can see it a little bit better. Remember, here is my invisible decimal, and I need to go 5 places to the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, you need to fill these with the zeros. So you have a 0, 0, 0, and 0. Now I'm going to rewrite this number. So I have my decimal, and you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I know some of you are thinking, do you have to put a 0 there? Yes or no, that is your call. But I'll put a 0 to make you guys happy. Okay, my friends, this is your lesson for today. And now I challenge you today to try to convert metric units using decimals using our King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Good luck. I think I'm going to go make myself some chocolate milk now because it sounds kind of good. But I will see you next week. Bye.